Polls for the presidential election close in less than 24 hours. Many of you braved long lines to cast an early ballot. That includes a young woman that Eva Anderson caught up with today. And Eva, she had quite the journey to the polls.
Yes, she did, Stephanie. Carson Moran is 20 years old and she's from Ankeny, but she's attending school in South Carolina where she's a junior majoring in psychology at Charleston College. She didn't get her absentee ballot request to go through and only found out last Tuesday that it didn't work, so she decided last minute to fly home. When you wait in line for 2 hours, you have time to listen to music, send a few extra texts, or share your story of how you got there in the first place.
I filed for an absentee ballot, but for some reason I wasn't getting it.
Ankeny native Carson Moran had planned to vote absentee from her college campus in South Carolina.
So I called the auditor's office and they said that it was either denied or lost in the mail.
That's when Carson decided to celebrate the holidays prematurely.
So I called all of my extended family members and said, can I have my Christmas present early and get some money for a plane ticket?
The 20-year-old flew back Sunday night in time to cast an early ballot Monday in her very first presidential election.
My grandmother actually fought for women to have the right to vote. So it's very important to me as a woman to exercise that right to vote.
Carson's not the only one who went to great lengths to vote. The Washington Post reported on numerous others like Carson who flew across state lines to cast their ballots. And all the way from California.
Today I'm doing some poll observing. Tomorrow I'll be working at a polling location.
Jennifer Levy wanted to volunteer in Iowa, a state where results are still up in the air.
100% anxious. That's what's driving this, is just to keep busy. You can't sit and watch the polls and watch all the online chatter and doom scroll on Twitter. You have to just do something.
2 hours later, Carson made it out.
You made it!
And hopes to inspire others to go the long or short distance to the polls.
Go vote. That's it.
So, Eva, you waited in line with Carson for 2 hours. Did you have any idea of what those lines will be like tomorrow?
Well, Stephanie, I voted on Friday. It was an hour and a half at that same location, then 2 hours today for Carson. And the officials tell me there, as of noon today, 60% of people, registered voters in Polk County, had already voted. They expect the lines to be super short tomorrow because, of course, the Polk County Auditor's Office won't be the only place for people to vote. There will be plenty of other locations, so we can hope for some short lines tomorrow.
Good news. I'm glad Carson got to cast her vote. Eva, thank you so much for that story.